This is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists.
Hello, welcome out to this week's episode of the Gamers Council. I'm your host, WEBDAVE, along with my co-host, Hargeet Chani. Hargeet, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Yeah. So happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their little New Year celebration. There's some nice fireworks. But
nice.
Yeah, let's get into the fun of this new year.
There you go. There you go. And we have a returning guest, and then we also have a first-time guest tonight from We Bleed Green podcast. That's right. It's the one and only Dev. What's up, Dev? How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man? I'm doing great, man. Ready to TTS.
Nice. Very cool.
Hope everybody's
Very cool.
having a beautiful night tonight.
I hope so. And Dev, if you do jump in the chat I will make you a mod. That way you can do what you need to do if somebody gets a little testy.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah.
Because sometimes FarQ had put him in his place. Oh, I mean, hey, FarQ. Hey, FarQ. Just kidding. We love FarQ. FarQ's amazing. Oh yeah. So speaking of FarQ, yeah. Dev, you remember what I showed you earlier? Our little buddy, right away, and Fuzzy, I promise I'm coming to you. But right away, first thing before we show even started, Farky is at it again.
This is great.
There it is. Yeah. So he's yeah. LA Noir with.
That's great.
Dev, and who's that guy? Oh, yeah, a demented-looking WEBDAVE. Thanks, FarQ.
You got some nice beads there.
I do, don't I? Precious, super. And you and your little gun.
My little gun.
Pause. Anyway, alrighty then. There we go. That was good. Oh goodness. So anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. And of course, our other special guest, which we love having him on, the man he is on probably as many or more podcasts than Hargeet each week. Without a doubt. One of the hardest men in show business today, Fuzzy Belvedere. Fuzzy, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here with you guys. Man, it's 2025 is already starting off with a good vibe, so can't wait to get into these topics, man.
It is, and we have all kinds of maybe some I don't know, maybe some things we'll be thinking about. We'll be discussing the possible future and what's going to be coming up this week. And Hargeet, things are off the chain already. We're gonna let me go over just to some of the start things we got going. Plus, we do have I see Joey's in the chat. Yeah, Joey's in there. Joey from We Bleed Green. FarQ made a comment earlier. We need to read that. It's not super chat, but we need to read it.
Well, look at that. Well, I guess this is look at that. I've been away in a beautiful place called Cornwall for a few weeks. Just got back home in London, and not long till the show starts. Perfect way to end my day.
I definitely agree to that. He sent me a couple of shots and a video and stuff of where he was at. Dude, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then our buddy.
Yes. I don't know if it's renewal or whatever, but Adidas 20 renews his membership. 15 months.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you so much for that.
And then Adidas 20 with a $5 super chat. Let's go! Salute to Fuzzy and the Purple Viking. Hargeet, send me some olives. Okay.
Yeah, time to put
I'm
up
assuming
flowers.
Viking instead of Viking. I don't know, but Viking, is that really what it's supposed to be? Purple Viking? Yeah,
I,
Viking.
I think it's the
The purple
Devin.
Viking?
What's
Is that a thing?
your podcast?
Is
Huh?
it purple Viking?
Your
My
your
podcast?
podcast? Yeah, your channel. Your
Oh, it's just Devin Hyperfang or Dev Hyperfang Gaming.
Hyperfang. Yeah. I think that's. I think you just kind of misspoke, but that's okay. That's all right. We just
Is
need
that
to-
what that's supposed to be? Purple thing?
My little logo thing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a skull and a snake, and it says Hyperfang Gaming under it.
There you go. There you go. And then
And there are the olives.
yeah, got the olives there for you. Excellent.
And
Mhm.
Spartan. 5 gifted memberships from Spartan already. And let's see if I can find them. Dr. Dinglenut, Def Leppard, OG Frost, BT Maverick 707, and Razor NZ.
Oh, well, Dr. Dinglenut, I hope you enjoy your. I hope you enjoy your membership.
Yeah, your membership.
Membership, exactly. Oh Lord, have mercy. So, Devin, as you can tell, we've already gone off the rails, and it's not even 6 minutes in. I love it.
It's
I love
amazing.
it. It is, and also in the chat, we do have if you become a member on your own, it's only $1. That's it, one measly little dollar, and you get access to a bunch of amazing emojis. And we're actually gonna get into it. Membership has its privileges. That's what it's gonna. Yeah, that's what we say. We're actually going to be having a little next week. We're gonna pull it up for a poll. We're gonna pull it down to 4 of them. But Hargeet will talk about this in a little bit on the show. But we're actually having people submit ideas for some new emojis that we're going to be putting up. And so far, we've gotten a few interesting ones. Even one wanting you as an emoji. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, and then of course in Devon we do have like TTS, in honor of you guys.
Nice.
So yeah, so you guys check that out if you want to put it in there. It's awesome. Burn it up, guys. There you go. Yeah, we get the big T. And you can do TT and S, or we have it the all together in one emoji TTS. There you go. Yeah. AEC founders. He's burning it up. Anyway, welcome out to the show, everybody. We've got over 111 people here watching us so far. I got 21 on X, over 90 on YouTube, and still nobody on Twitch yet. Oh well. Maybe our Twitch watcher will join us later. He usually does. Sometimes we get a couple. That's pretty funny. But we send it out wherever we can. But guys, we got so much great and crazy stuff going on tonight. I mean, you can tell from the thumbnail. This the developers direct is coming, and we know it's coming. We've heard a lot of rumors about it coming, and so. There we go. And thanks again. I'll get this one, Hargeet. The AEC founder, Mr. Click, renewed his membership 4 months. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you doing that. That's why I was able to burn it up. Devin, if you are in the chat, let me know, and I will. Make you a mod.
I commented a couple times. I can do it again.
Did you? Let's see. Yeah, that way I can, because I wasn't paying attention doing the show and stuff. What am I thinking? Sorry, that was my bad.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, all the Corkensteins here, a whole bunch of great members of the community. We love it, and I love that Def Leppard's here hanging out with us. And Thatch became a member 5 months. Appreciate that too, buddy. I'm reading them out because it's popped up in front of me. I'm waiting for Devin to appear.
All right, tried. It's saying that it failed. Oh, that's weird.
No, there it is. Oh, you got gifted membership.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
That's why I probably did that. I'll fix that up for you. Hargeet, you can read that one off. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry.
You're okay.
BT Maverick gifted 5 new memberships. All right, here we go. We got Dev, Talos Ray, Lloyd C, Lathan OJ, and then Amit Kumar.
Fantastic. Excellent. So again, thank you to
Absolutely. Thank you.
Spartan, and also thank you to Maverick for you guys doing what you do. We greatly appreciate that. And with that, you guys have access to all the cool emojis. So burn them up, have fun with them. So yeah, there's a lot of people are excited for the guest we have on tonight. Obviously, somebody from Weebly Green is let's face it, it's a big draw. And of course, Fuzzy is quite the following as well. A lot of people in chat saying, the Fuzzy one is here. Exactly. I like it. And of course, RQ. RQ.
Of course.
You want to read that one? Who's it from?
Bram Stroker. Corkestein, I agree. We need that emoji. Oh yes, I see.
All right. So what happened was a few months ago now, Epic Treasure was reading she was reading Bram Stoker's Dracula. Read like like just reading it, and it was really cool, like an audio type book. Let's face it, she has a little sultry little voice, so it was kind of cool when she was reading it. And I made the comment about how she did it, and I just happened to misspeak moment, and I said Bram Stoker, and needless to say, I've not been able to live it down since. And if you see the even the Farqu's little emoji face, that's my face. Thanks, buddy.
It just keeps coming up.
Yeah, a gift that keeps on giving.
Mr. Xbot, what's good, man?
It is. Oh, craziness. All right, well, I'll get you mod up here in a minute. Let me go ahead and start.
We also have this one that renewed their membership for 5 months. Nice.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you doing that. I'm glad Hargeet's here to help. Thank God. The show would fall apart without him. Let's see here. All right, so I promise you I do know what I'm doing. Maybe. All right, let me go back here, and we are gonna. Where is Shaun's? There it is. I even labeled it Shaun's rant. Let's see. Crank that volume up on this, and I'm gonna add it to the show, and I'll let you guys watch this because it's pretty topical, as it were, and I love. Shaun's very passionate about the Xbox brand and about hating on the ponies. I'm just saying, it's Shaun. Exactly.
Apparently,
There you go. And Farq says, I sent you another image. Great. I'll get to that in a minute.
Regis said, yeah.
Okay. All right. Can we see that? Yeah, there we go. All right, y'all let me know if you can hear this. You ready?
Yep.
There we go.
It's like Frozen.
Can't hear it.
No
I
sound,
can't hear
no
it.
sound.
Damn it. Damn it. Fucking second reckon. Let me see. So I guess I'm gonna have to go to his actual cut of his video. Damn it. I knew that was gonna happen. Should have known better.
The audio like on StreamYard?
It's unfortunately a little more complicated than that. With this particular program, it's I'm just gonna go to his YouTube and I'll pull it up. I'll pull up the raw cut. I know pretty much where it is. I think it's right at the 9-minute mark. Because I was laughing so hard I had to bring it up. Let's see here. Let's bring up Shaun. And it was here we go. Yeah, sorry guys, give me a second. Get through the commercials on the video.
I'm looking at Hargeet's background. There's a creepy man over there, bro. I didn't know if you noticed that. I think he's about to tell you a secret.
Uh,
The secret of flopflation.
okay,
Two.
now here we go. Sorry about that, guys. How professional is this podcast? Yes, 167 people going, Dave, get your shit together, motherfucker.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
That's amazing.
Exactly. Here we go. All right. Now you guys can see this.
What's good,
Can you hear it?
Now we can hear
Yep.
it.
Yeah, we can hear it.
1 second, let me make sure it's right. There we go. What is going on, guys?
Oh,
Welcome
damn
to
it.
another stream.
And what
of
did it do?
Game
It skipped to the
Awards
next video.
2024.
Skip to
It's
the wrong
crazy,
video.
like, how
Hang
far
on a
this show has
second.
come.
Fuck's sake. How did that happen? It's not the video I just had pulled up. As we falling apart. So yeah, here we go. There it is. Should be ready to
I'm
go.
homie. Column Prime, what's up? Let's break it down.
I feel like we're actually all in agreement this time then. Only just, but it's there.
Yeah. It's
So
like first among equals almost. Like they're both pretty equal in a lot of ways, and they actually do things better than one another. Right. So
exactly.
that's good.
So it's really cool. So Indiana Jones and the Great Circle takes the #1 spot.
Ah!
Number 2, of course, being
Let me
Hellblade.
pause it. Let me rewind that again. Let me make sure that's on full blast in Dolby Atmos so these ponies can hear it. Because, you know, Mark Cerny always talks about, let me borrow your ears. So ponies, yes, don't worry about the street corners now. Let me borrow your ears just for 5 seconds. Let me borrow your ears for 5 seconds. If Mark Cerny is allowed to say that shit in his grandma basement, I'm sure I can say that shit whilst you work in them street corners, Paul. Let me rewind that once again.
Love
The
Shaun.
best graphics of the year of 2024. What is it again?
So it's really cool. So Indiana Jones and the Great Circle takes the #1 spot.
I said, what's up? Ponies, a first party title. Indiana Jones. Where's that piss attack? What's up now? Bitch. But you know what? They might have a chance. Let's give them a chance. They might have a chance. You never know what game might come in second place. But we know for a fact, Indiana Jones is #1 spot for graphics of the year. Let's see what is the #2 spot. Let me just rewind that once again. So I want to make these polls, you know, whilst they're goggling on the street corners, they can hear what's the #1 game.
So it's really cool. So Indiana Jones and the Great Circle takes the #1 spot. Number 2, of course, being Hellblade 2.
What's that? Hellblade 2, another Xbox first party game. Shit. Damn, ponies. It's okay. Go back to goggling on the street corners now. Go on. Go back there. You know, that's what you're good at. Indiana
shit.
Jones and Hellblade 2, the #1 spot.
But
for graphics of the
Concord.
year.
Exactly. Oh,
Yeah, that's why my
no.
name is the way it is. 8 days.
Oh. I love it. Oh, goodness. Okay. So, yeah. So, and Dirt is in the chat. Yo, Dirt. Good seeing you, man. That's right. And Dirt Greeley, he's here no matter what, right?
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So, the reason I played that, man, is because, you know, Shaun's got a great point, man. It's like when Digital Foundry is praising, or, you know, PlayStation is, you know, they're like, oh, they're great. This is beautiful. This is fantastic. It's just they praise them. They love them. Digital Foundry. And as soon as they say anything nice about the Xbox, they're trash. They're pony. They were paid off. What the fuck, dude?
So ass backwards, man.
Isn't it though? Hargeet, what are your thoughts, man? I mean, Shaun's right on, don't you think?
Yeah, as far as like the actual picks, it's, you know, I haven't played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, so I can't tell you how well that, you know, how well that did graphically. There might have been other games that I've missed as well. I would think Flight Sim 2024 would probably be in contention. That would be another one that might be very highly rated as far as graphics. The other one that always gets overlooked is Call of Duty. I think like Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was
Absolutely
like
beautiful.
stunning.
Absolutely.
But it always just gets overlooked because they treat it like a sports game or something instead of like the true game that it is.
Like an actual game.
Right. So sadly that happens, right? It's one of the biggest budget games there is, and yet it just they don't really like give it any attention, which is it's sad. But as far as graphics, it was pretty damn good looking. But yeah, I can't really deny Hellblade 2 was stunning. It was a showpiece of what UE5 with all its bells and whistles can do, right? And I played that on PC on a 4090. It was fantastic. And I also played Indiana Jones on a 4090 with path tracing turned on and everything. So yeah, they're both really, really good. So I have no issues with either one of those. Looking at, say, like Nintendo never seems to come up to the graphic fidelity level, so I'm just going to discount those games. But the PlayStation side, this year, they didn't really deliver much. Concord is probably their most visually like stunning game, I guess, but that was kind of mid. It was not really,
not even visually, like really.
Yeah, the cutscenes were good, but like ultimately, that's really it. The game itself never really like was shining that much. So. Helldivers was okay, but that's really it, right? So then you look at like your Stellar Blades and like things like that, and like, okay, those weren't bad, but they certainly weren't. So Black Myth Wukong might be another one that you might say, hey, that's probably a contention. Maybe like that one, you know, it's okay, but I don't think it really matched the like the environment that you had with Hellblade 2. But like the reason I think Indiana Jones is just crazy is the feel. It's not just the fact that they like gave you like scene by scene, like a pretty good overall environment. It's the feel of Indiana Jones. They managed to give you like a Temple of Doom movie that you just happen to be in. So the ambience, the way they made it work, it's just so good. So I had, and if you turn on path tracing and you see like the lighting difference, it's like, come on. So yeah, that definitely deserves some recognition. But again, I don't know how good Flight Sim 2024 is. I haven't even turned it on yet, right? Yeah, and like Flight Sim 2020 was so amazing, right? So I can only imagine that 2024 is up there as well. But again, those kind of games tend to get overlooked, but they shouldn't. They shouldn't get overlooked. And then Call of Duty to me is the other one that just nobody seems to pay attention to, and I think that's kind of unfortunate. Because they do a lot of good work, and that was if you played the campaign, it looks really good. It looks really good. So, but those are the ones that come to mind. I'm sure there's something else that I'm missing, right? But like, and again, I haven't played Black Myth. I have it on PC. I haven't played it yet.
What about like Dragon's
Rebirth, so
Dogma or whatever?
I don't think Dragon's Dogma would come to that visual quality because it's like
I haven't played it
isometric, right? So I just don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it is a very good looking game, but like I don't think it'll get to that
fairly
fidelity
decent
level. Yeah. But so that's kind of the thing. So I would expect it to be either third or first person will kind of give you that fidelity, right? So I don't know. Like to me, those are the games that come to mind. But again, I haven't played every single one of the games. I'm playing through Yakuza Infinite Wealth right now, and that looks good, but not to the level of either of those that I've mentioned before. So again, there's plenty of games that come out. It's tough to tell because I haven't played all of them, but that was that was what I think. Yeah, Astrobot. The problem with Astrobot is it's too whimsical for it to really get to that level. It's much more Mario, and nothing wrong with that, by the way. That's a fine thing. Is just that's not going to showcase high-end graphics to that level. So so it doesn't show you the realism. Like Hellblade 2 just looks like it's real. It's just, and it's crazy. And then you have Indiana Jones, just literally like you're in the movie. It's like it's awesome. So they kind of deserve it. So I don't disagree with their assertion, but maybe there's something else out there that's better. Maybe a PlayStation fan's like, no, like fine, like show me what's better, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
My whole thing.
Go ahead, Devin.
I was about to say my whole thing is, I feel like it should be swapped. 1 and 2 should be swapped. I feel like there's no better game there's no better looking game than Hellblade 2 ever. I feel like that's the best looking game to ever release. So that's my only nitpick.
Right. I agree. It's absolutely beautiful game, and I enjoyed the controls. I thought it played pretty well. I mean, it's
Like,
I don't know.
were you in a cutscene or were you just in the game? It
Yeah.
just felt like you were in the game the entire time. There was no cut. You can see the cuts. There was no cut in that game. That's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah, it was very, very smooth, very just one to the next. And I think that was what the intention on that was. So hopefully, Project Mara will be something like that as well too. Of course, we really don't even know what that is, but
Yeah, because did you see if you remember the trailer, even in the trailer it said, "Is this real life?"
Really
Because
good.
it looked like real life.
Mhm.
Yep.
Exactly. Fuzzy, what are your thoughts?
I kind of agree with Dev on like reversing the two, but I think the reason why they put it that way was that the overall scope of Indiana Jones,
It is big.
size wise of the game, and the scalability on PC. I mean, it looks awesome on console.
fair.
So does Hellblade 2. But there isn't as much of a scale up on Hellblade 2 on PC. This is as good as it's going to get on the console, and you might be able to get a better frame rate on PC, but that's the only real improvement that you'll see, other than some minor lighting upgrades and things like that. But with Indiana Jones, I think for the size of the game, it's not open world, but it's pretty sizable world that you can explore. And because of how large this game is and how optimized that id machine engine was, I think, given that that's not known for the visual prowess of like a Unreal Engine 5, they came pretty darn close. Like, they outdid other games that were running in Unreal outside of Hellblade. So I think that's probably why they gave it to him, but or gave it to him over Hellblade 2, I would say. But as far as the games I played, those are probably the two most visually stunning. Flight Sim is up there. I don't have as many hours in, and I'm trying to figure out if I need to, set a little bit more storage space, because right now you only use like 34 gigs compared to when I was doing Flight Sim 2020. I did the whole tri-state area around my house, and that was like 500 gigs worth of data, where it was like pre-rendered and all that. But I think they improved the flow of the world and things like that, and the visuals. So I got to spend more time on it in comparison. But overall, I think that should have been mentioned in the top 10 at least.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Black Myth Wukong was in their top 10, or maybe it was an honorable mention. But the thing that hurt it was its stuttering, which is like a thing traditionally with Unreal Engine 5 games, if they're not properly optimized, which you never have that issue with Hellblade 2. So I could see Black Myth being in the mentions, or at least in the top 10, but yeah, Hellblade 2 and Indiana Jones were definitely the highlights. And for those that even dare bring up saying Helldivers, even though I enjoyed Helldivers 2, the first thing I noticed, for all the people that complained about Starfield when they would take screen caps of like Series S footage and complained about the faces, I was like, are you guys not playing Helldivers 2? Because it looks like they took those faces and melted them and put them on a plastic doll.
Like GoldenEye?
The visuals, I mean, the environment looks great, but the character models, they're not even, I wouldn't even say they're this gen level or current gen level visuals. But that's a whole nother story. But yeah, Stellar Blade, we'll see what it looks like when it comes to PC. I know nobody's going to mention Rise of the Ronin because people were already saying that looked like a PS4 game.
They said it mobile.
Yeah.
Wow.
So PlayStation had a little bit of a rough going, but like I think in 2024, we could probably give the publisher of the year to Xbox in general, just for the games they released and the quality of the games they release. But from a visual standpoint, they definitely knocked it out of the park this year. And I think 2025, I wouldn't say it's going to be more of the same, but more of the same accolades, just with whole new games and stories and stuff that they're releasing this year. So, yeah.
Yeah, publisher, I think, would be based on meta, right? So I don't think they will get it. I think Sega will get it.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that'd be cool, though. Kudos
Right.
to Sega.
Sega did have a bang
Sega
up
has a
year.
lot of very highly rated games this year.
Yeah.
I just want to say though, like, all right, as far
Or
as
last
like,
year now.
after your whole rant there on the topic, would you swap the two, or would you leave it the same? As far as graphics go, would you swap the two? Like we're not talking about it's a bigger scope, it's a bigger environment.
right.
We're talking about straight graphics here.
Just straight graphics, I would swap the two. It's like you said, there you don't see the cutscenes. Like you can tell, like there's a slight
When you go into
change
an
between the
animation, you go
perspective.
into an animation, yeah.
Yeah, but like overall, I would say whatever they did or whatever they learned with MetaHuman and Unreal Engine 5, they basically are the kings of it now. And I'm just waiting to see what Coalition can do with Unreal Engine 5. But
Oh man,
Ninja Theory definitely they made that engine their own at that point. And that game just it's stunning visually, the environments, the loading. There's like seamless loading. The character models' faces, not just the main character, but all the companions and other characters you encounter. The level of detail of the clothing, the foliage, the woods,
like
the trees,
even
everything.
the like environment with the lighting, night to day, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Agreed.
And remember that Undead Labs is also working with a new team that they created just to understand UE as well, right? And to help with UE across all of the Xbox teams. So they're probably also going to do a pretty good job with it. We'll see, right? But that's the whole idea of sharing knowledge across those Xbox development teams. I can't wait for E-Day. I can't wait to see what they do.
Oh, it's going to be
Unreal.
great
with Coalition. But look, State of Decay is probably going to look stunning as well. So we will see where that lands. But yeah. It's pretty good. I don't know if I would swap them. I like you said, Fuzzy. I kind of I've delved into a lot. I don't know how much you played Indiana Jones. I pretty much did everything, and the things that they did with the lighting, the way they made it all work, the different environments you had. I kind of have to give the edge to Indiana Jones just because it has so much variety that you just don't see on the other side. But again, it's hard to it's like a flip of a coin. They're both really, 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 really good. And the beauty is we don't have to care. They're both first party games.
Yeah,
we got them in Game Pass.
Let's go.
We get to play both of them. So good for the Xbox fans, right? It was a great year as far as graphical fidelity for Xbox. But yeah, so I think the other two games that I mentioned, first party Xbox games, should also be in contention, which is Call of Duty and Flight Sim. But hey, well, I guess Flight Sim's technically not first party; it's kind of second party because Asobo, yeah, they're the ones who did that work. But still, it's first party IP.
Yeah, like Ori. There we go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, which was also a pretty good looking game. Granted, just as a 2D side scroller, but still, it was pretty stunning.
Yeah. Yeah, that's but the overall and I think what was nice about the video that we watched with Shaun, his reaction is just fuck them. It's like, by God, take that, Ponybot, ponies, whatever, take that, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Exactly. Well, we got it right here. I'll have that forever.
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
Dark's here. Shit. I love it. Because I know Shaun's gonna listen to this probably tomorrow. He'll listen to it back and he'll be like, oh shit, they put me on the show. Oh shit. I love it. But yeah, so welcome out the over 300 people we have here watching us right now. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Gamers Council. We got over 110 people on X. We got almost 190 people here on YouTube, and still nobody on Twitch. Fuck. Just kidding. Oh well, we'll keep streaming to it because every now and again somebody jumps on.
What's your name on Twitch?
WEBDAVE, I think, or maybe Gamers Council. I can't even remember. I don't know. I don't pull it up and watch it during the show. So yeah, we'll actually it may be in the description of the show. I don't know. Just so everybody knows too. You can, if you want to reach out to Fuzzy or Devin, they're actually in the description of this episode, or if you're listening later on the audio only version, which is everywhere. Then you can also check in the description there, and you'll have links to both their YouTube channels and the YouTube shows are on, and also their X accounts. So check that out. And for Hargeet, it is his link to Discord, because that is the only way you're gonna reach out to Hargeet, unless you actually talk to him on Xbox Live. I've done that before too.
Right.
There you go. Yeah. Of course, he just blocks me. But anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Mute. Oh. Oh shoot. I won't play it tonight, but I sent it to Dirt and to Shaun because they probably will bring it up tomorrow on their show. Maybe. So the PlayStation fanboy, his wife bought him an Xbox, and I don't know if you saw his newest video he just dropped a little bit ago, where
Phil Spencer.
He saw on his show last night, he messaged Phil and did a voice thing, and then he comes to find out that Phil had actually messaged him like a week ago himself, replying to one of his videos, and he didn't even realize it. And he's like, "Oh,
wow."
Yeah." So it's pretty cool, pretty funny. I'll let y'all watch it if you get a chance to. So anyway, so if this is all legit, that he is definitely because he seems pretty excited about it, and he should be, because his numbers are going up. Imagine that. So yeah, so hopefully he won't do a Tim Dog and flip back. Oh, Timmy, poor Tim. But just remember, Tim flipped on this show.
Oh shit.
He did. Almost 20K views on that episode.
Man.
Yep. And it was that was the night it happened. Yep. Because
me.
And that same night, here I am doing the show, and I'm getting messages from Jeff Keighley. I'm like, what? The Jeff Keighley, because he was trying to get him to come on the show as well. And he's like, I don't have time right now. He said, but we'll hook up later. I was like, holy fuck, that really was him. Pretty crazy. So yeah, so that was a crazy episode to watch. So anyway, enough about that, guys. Where are we going to go, Hargeet? There's so much stuff to talk about, and I just closed one. What a dumbass! I'm an idiot, but that's all right. It wasn't the important one I closed. So let's I guess let's just go ahead and jump into the developer direct. Let's talk about that real quick, and because I mean, there's so much to talk about. And I'd like to know everybody's thoughts. What do you think it's going to happen? What do you think it's going to be, coming up? Oh, there he is. There he is. We do have our Twitch viewer. He just messaged us. There's two of them. Wow, excellent. Okay, cool. So maybe some of the guys jumped over there and it felt bad for me. Oh, goodness. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
I'm going to follow. Everybody go follow the Twitch. Go follow the Twitch.
There you go. Mav from Fun Speculation is here. What's up, Mav? Yo. I love it. It's awesome. Let's see here. Here I'm rambling and not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah, we'll bring up this little from Colt Eastwood. Can y'all see that? Yep, there we go. Make sure. So of course this is not the actual screen. This is still kind of a people are speculating as to what it could possibly be on there, as it were. We said the Xbox Developer Direct is coming in a week or two, and will be their biggest direct ever. What will we see? Now, to be honest, I'm sure Colt and, as I know, Ran and probably Jez have a good idea of what's going to be there, but they're not really gonna. They don't really gonna spill the beans. So they're just, they're kind of letting us, yeah, exactly, but even Rand the other night when he was on his, I guess, last week when he was kind of speculating, and when he speculates, it usually means he knows something.
Yeah,
saying.
like he'll hint at it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So you never know. Whoops. But yeah, that's Pretty interesting. So I really don't know what's going to be there, but we're going to find out what you guys think is going to be there and what you guys would like to be there. Deb, I'll go ahead and start with you. So what would you like to see at the Developers Direct, and what do you think we might actually see?
Well, I definitely want to see more of Fable. I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen, but I'd like to see more of that game. That game looks amazing. It's been one of my favorite IPs for years. So like I'm just throwing that one out there first, but I think we're gonna see Outer Worlds 2. I don't think we're gonna see gameplay. I think we're probably just see another like trailer, like a splash screen, something about it. But I just have a feeling that that's gonna be there. Obviously, a pipe dream. I want to see Everwild because I love I love Rare. So I want to see Rare's next game. It's been too many years. I don't even know if it's a game anymore at this point, but I want to see Everwild at the show. I doubt it's going to be there, but that South of Midnight, they're saying that it's not going to be there, but I feel like they're going to show even more game. It's pretty much going to be on, if not like a shadow drop of that game. That's my thought. And I can't think of the smaller game. Who's making that game? I think South of Midnight is going to shadow drop at the show. Am I mute?
I think they may.
I am on mute. You're right. All right. Okay. So well, I was freaking out when we said you actually think it might possibly shadow drop?
Absolutely.
That would be that'd be crazy if it did. I mean, yes, it'd be awesome if it did. I just think they have so much momentum with that they probably want to build it up a little bit.
They'll probably advertise it a little bit more, honestly.
Yeah.
But they've been showing game clips. I feel like if they wanted to, they could.
Yes.
I just think it's a possibility. Like it might happen.
Yeah, no, and I'm not dismissing what you're saying because I do agree. I think they're ready to go. That was kind of the thing in our thumbnail as well too. You know, from all this clips and stuff that we've seen. In fact, I'll go ahead and pull that up while we're talking more about this.
Could I say one more thing though?
Like, go ahead.
He's saying right here, South of Midnight and Avowed won't need to be included in the direct. I feel like both of those games are going to be in the direct. Honestly, I feel like both of them are going to be there. And we're going to find out more information. Even if they don't drop, I feel like both of them are going to be in there. And we're going to find out. We're going to see more of the games. And we're going to hear from the devs, obviously. But I think they're both going to be in the show.
Wow. I mean, like I said, I'll have to agree. I think that's definitely a strong possibility for sure. So, Fuzzy, what are your thoughts?
We're kind of used to them having 4 or 5 games shown. I think they blow our minds with more. It's kind of weird how this show would line up. Like I think Avowed is there, but only for the date. Like we've seen a good bit of gameplay. They just give us they reconfirm the date and maybe they show more detail of the third person perspective because they showed it briefly. Maybe they go into more detail now with the third person aspect. I think South of Midnight is there. I was kind of in the same boat as you, Dev, with thinking about it as a shadow drop. They're showing I wouldn't say way too many, but they're showing a lot of clips to the point where it feels like it might, release before.
They might even be hinting at that type of thing. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, like maybe it winds up being before the end of January. We get Avowed in February. I think Square makes an appearance again. We got one of the Mana series games last Direct. I think they do the announcement for Final Fantasy 16. It feels like it's that time. I don't think Final Fantasy 7 is on the docket until the 3rd iteration is available, but I think Final Fantasy 16 makes an appearance there. I think we get to see more of Doom, a more solid date for Doom: The Dark Ages. I think we also see Outer Worlds 2. Maybe we get a more of like a month range as far as the date. I don't know if it winds up being before June or after June, but I think it still winds up making the show. I think we hear something on some of their partner deals, like they go into a little bit more detail on Towerborn. I think we get the confirmation on either the early access on console or something to that effect, or maybe it's just launched into, Game Pass, whatever date they show, and that's confirmed in the direct. I think we get something or some updates on Contraband. I know that there are some rumblings in the background. Somebody left, but it seems more like they're leaving at the end of a project as opposed to, oh, I'm tired of this, I'm out kind of thing. No, it seems like they've completed what they would need to do and want to try something different afterwards. So I think we get an update on Contraband. I don't know what month it winds up landing, but I think it winds up being before June. And then the wild card, and I know some people had made mention of it as well before, as far as like Everwild. We got the hint on what was it, the end of December or like the New Year's Eve or something like that from Rare, one of their first or more recent posts without having anything on Sea of Thieves. We heard something from Jez like 6 months ago that it was in a good state and that they've got the game loop sorted or figured out kind of thing. So maybe it's closer than we think. I think it's this year. I don't know if it winds up being like something that they talk about being like after the June showcase. I think there's at least 3 more games that we get in the June showcase for this year. But I think Everwild is somewhere on that home front kind of thing. And there's bound to be a surprise. I don't know if it winds up being from, Double Fine, if it's their smaller game, or maybe we get some info on Brutal Legend 2 or something that has Jack Black in it that since he was retained to work with the team after Psychonauts 2, we'll see what that project is, I think. And I think that drops this year. Not sure on the time frame of this year, but it drops this year. But like I said, I don't think we're getting just the 5 games that we normally, have gotten for like the past 2 dev directs. I think we get like somewhere of like in the neighborhood of 8 or 9, possibly some smaller games, but like the bigger ones like Avowed, we know. South of Midnight is kind of like that medium-sized game, I think, in comparison to Avowed and Outer Worlds 2. Doom: The Dark Ages is another one. I know it's way too early to even talk about Call of Duty. That's something that they'll show at the June showcase or whenever Call of Duty has its normal, unveiling kind of thing. And I'm forgetting another title, and I can't remember what it is, but I do think we see Square there, and Final Fantasy 16 finally comes over, and I think that's it for the dev direct kind of thing.
It's cool. So I liked your take and where you were thinking it could go, because it, like you said, we don't really know, but we want to speculate, we want to talk about it, we want to kind of get everybody's kind of idea what they think. And with that said, Hargeet, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to be much more constrained. This is going to be basically, it's a developer direct, right? It's not a showcase. So just keep that in mind. So this is more talking to developers. It's going to be like 5 to 10 minutes of talking to developers. There'll be some interspliced cutscenes of game and all that. That's fine. But it's really to get to understand the reasoning behind the game, right? That's the point of the developer direct. So look, we know we already had one for Avowed, right? That got delayed out of last year, mostly because they just couldn't fit it in, right? There were too many games. So at the end of the year, so they pushed it out. Fair enough. I don't know if they show it again. They already have a release date. So I think they're just going to leave it alone. But what they might do, like you guys might have mentioned, is there might be a slide at the end just saying upcoming, games from Xbox, blah, blah, blah. Here's a roadmap, right? And it might just be there. Hey, on Feb 18, whatever it was, this is coming out, right? So something like that. But I don't think they mention it beyond that because there's no need. They've already done enough with it, right? So South of Midnight just had a massive developer like direct equivalent So I just don't know that they need to do anything there except to say, what's the bloody release date? We don't have that yet, right? So
Right.
if it's pre-June showcase, I think they put it out there. Hopefully they have a time frame, right? So that they can kind of give that to you. Fable, I don't think it's happening here because I think Fable is going to be the big developer direct at the end of June showcase. So it just makes sense. It's a big game. I think that's the one they're going to do as part of the big, June showcase ending, right? So not the end of the showcase, but there's usually another direct at the end of the showcase, and I think that's going to be Fable. We have Doom, right? So that is probably one of the ones we'll get. I think that's pre-June. It's just a guess, but I think it's going to be pre-June. So I think we'll get Doom. Outer Worlds 2, I don't know where that lands, but they could do that one. I assume that they'd be ready for that. We have not gotten that developer direct, right? So from the team as to why they what they were planning to do there and what they've done. So I think that one would be there. There are a couple of partner games that could be there. Eternal Strands, Sniper Elite, though Sniper Elite, I don't know if they really need to get into it because it's very established. But Eternal Strands is kind of new, so maybe they could do something there. Atomfall, that's another one that's coming in March. Maybe that's another one they do, right? So just things like that. So the thing they want to do is establish ones that either are games they've never seen on Xbox. That's kind of the association thing, or something that needs to be sort of exposed out to the community. What is this game about, right? So that there's some excitement created for the game, right? So I think they're going to try to figure. So it's going to be one of those kind of games. I think that's what they would do, or it could be like Square, like something like we've not seen usually on Xbox, but is now coming to Xbox. Okay, cool. And they're going to show that kind of game, right? So that's a potential. So I think those are the kind of the games that would be there. Coldhead, I think he had E-Day in there. I think that's too early. Everwild, I think, is June showcase. I think that's where that needs to be because we really haven't seen anything about it besides a teaser trailer, right?
Mhm.
So I think it's time to get kind of a more comprehensive trailer for that game. And I think June showcase is the right time. I don't think it's ready for this year. I think Towerborn could be the one that's sort of like maybe shadow drops. Because it's kind of in early access on Steam already. It had a little early access mode on Xbox like mid last year, something like that. And so it was like a private preview. And now it's probably due to come out. So that could be something that happens there. Is it possible that Contraband is ready to go? Maybe that could be something that's in the developer direct. That definitely needs some kind of a in-depth thing, right? Because you kind of need to understand what that game is. So I could see that one being there. But it also could just be, hey, we're going to wait for June showcase to show that one, and then we'll go in depth on it when it comes out. I hope, assuming it comes out this year. So those are the kind of games I'm thinking. I don't expect this to be a large thing because they don't want it to be. I think they were really focusing on developer engagement to the community for these games to kind of explain what's going on, right? So I think that's kind of the thing. And Doom doesn't really need it because it's such an established IP, right? But like things like South of Midnight, if they hadn't done those kind of things, like it's hard to understand the game, and it really sells it to you, right, as to what they were doing, why they chose this place, why they chose the character, why they like it makes a lot more sense, and it kind of hypes you for the game. So I think it's kind of good to have those for the games where it's not a known entity, right? So I kind of like that engagement with the developers that for those kind of games. So it looks like I would expect it to be kind of like that. I don't know that it's going to be more than 5 or 6 things, but I do think they will have like Avowed listed there as one of the things that are upcoming, right? In like the final slideshow, whatever, right? It was going to be like the summary sequence of whatever they just did, and there'll be like a roadmap thing that says, Avowed is coming. That's kind of where I think it's going to be. Because again, this is not a June showcase, right? This is not a showcase. It's really intended to be engagement with developers to kind of give you an idea about behind the scenes, right, of what's coming, why they did this, what were their thoughts as far as development. So that's kind of my thought on what it is. So it should be pretty good. It should be fun. It's coming usually near the end of January, where we do have several games. Eternal Strands and Sniper Elite Resistance are coming to Game Pass at the end of Jan, and then mid-Feb we get Avowed, right? So we're stacked for games. March already has Atomfall and others coming as well. So it's going to be a pretty good year for Game Pass. But yeah, so that's what I kind of expect out of the Developer Direct. But yeah, I don't know. Like Fuzzy, you think it could be a lot bigger. I don't know. Because then it's really that many developers. It would kind of get long. Would you want it to be an hour and a half or something like that? Like, what would you expect?
I'm thinking it can be between 30 minutes to 45 minutes with possibly something like either South of Midnight or maybe Outer Worlds 2 being like the end of show, but like with South of Midnight, they already did that behind the scenes thing where
they did a lot with that.
Story, so
I think why I was hinting at that. It might be that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It just feels weird. Like I'm hoping I'm right in the sense that we do see more than just 5, but I don't think it needs to be like an hour or anything like that. 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and then maybe that of that 45 minutes, the last 10 to 15 is a bigger, deeper dive into a title. But Outer Worlds 2 is probably the best candidate for that. Unless they do Fable, which that Fable was the one I forgot about, but I think you're right. That one is a later in the year, so it could be saved for June. But
yeah, I would think, right? Yeah, I think that could be the end of June showcase. This question of it's a missed opportunity if you ask me. Like, I don't know why South of Midnight didn't make it into February, but because they're releasing Avowed, unless they want to delay it, I just don't think it's a good idea to release both of them at the same time. I think they really should just space it out. But it is a missed opportunity. It really is. It's unfortunate, but it is a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it's but I just thought that's why I brought the comment. I thought that was kind of a good call. That would have been maybe a smart move to do. We do have a couple of super chats. Actually, we do have a membership rep.
Bunty, member for 13 months, renewed, right? Cool.
Love it.
And Spartan, $5. Do you think MS will buy Epic to own Unreal Engine in the future, especially if most of their games are using that engine? It could help with the PC store. Yeah.
No way in hell.
Like, could it happen? Yes. But is it the right move? Like, Fortnite is massive and it's a platform, and it's going to be a platform for a long time, right? That is fair. I just don't know that it's enough, right? Is it enough of a revenue generator for them to want to do it? Like, yes, you could say Unreal Engine. It's just an automatic revenue generator because so many people are using it. If it was me, I would be picking things like Valve instead, because Valve is the majority of gaming, and it's just constant revenue, right? They just make billions off of other people's games. That this is the stuff they want to be at, right? They want to be like, we don't even have to do anything, and we're just making money.
I completely agree. I was going to say, like,
shareholder. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, if they're going to buy any like thing from PC, it would be Steam first. Steam would be like the priority in that situation.
It's private. It's easy. Like, Epic is also private, but like, the cost valuation isn't as high as Epic because unfortunately Fortnite has this massive valuation. But Valve, that store, it's too easy to say that's the one you want to have. But not to mention, it's the store that they would want to have, period. Right? It has all the freaking games and everybody wants to use it. It's like, that's the one you want to have. And then you automatically have association. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in this coming week with the Jason Ron and Lenovo stuff. Are they going to announce some Steam partnership? I have no idea, right? If that all works, that's great. But like having Game Pass just be Steam, like just done,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
It's just a massive win, right? So that would be my target. I would go with Valve. It's a much better. Now, also on top of that, yes, Fortnite's big. It is. It's still huge. It's massive. The top two, like in the top 3 games on PC, it's Valve games. It's Dota and CS:GO, constantly on top. So you want that too, right? You just like the credibility of having PC games with that is just, it's so amazing. Like you just want to have that. So you have that with Valve. The other one I would go after is Take-Two or EA, but like EA is already in Game Pass. Take-Two is not. So yes, they get NBA every now and then, but having NBA 2K or WWE 2K, like just have that permanently in Game Pass every freaking time. It just makes the Game Pass thing that much better, right? You're just getting all of the annual games because they already got COD, right? They already get EA games, just delayed by 6 months, right? And that and you get MLB The Show. You just get that every year and dating Game Pass. Imagine getting NBA games like NBA and WWE. You just get those done. You get cricket all the time, right? They get that in there already. Football managers in there, right? So they cover basically everything, right? So all the annual games would be there. That would be a huge boon. Yes, there's GTA. Yes, there's all that. Absolutely, that's all great. It's the annual games because the casual gamer will say, "Oh wait, I get a sub and I get all these casual games. Every one of them that I play. Oh, well, that's kind of interesting." Right, that's where you kind of get the average gamer, right?
I would
not
say
the average gamer.
EA over T2. EA will be cheaper, and like then you got stuff
EA's
like
more.
EA's more. Even if it is more, like I feel like that would be more like they'll be more welcome to it.
You could I think both of them will be welcome to it.
Like GTA, with GTA though, like GTA and 2K, I feel like they make more money than the EA games annually.
You'd be surprised.
It's kind of here and there, but like I feel like more people would buy 2K than they would buy Madden.
Yeah, it's the other one. It's FIFA that that's the bigger game.
Well, I mean,
yeah. So
it
doesn't matter,
right?
FC,
but it. Yeah, whatever it's called now, right? But that's the bigger one. But it doesn't matter. It's like both of them are so EA is probably about like 30-40% more expensive than Take-Two. Take-Two also brings Zynga, so it was the other mobile target they wanted. But either way, we're spending Microsoft's money, right? Microsoft has plenty of things to do on their own.
Microsoft has enough to buy both.
They should buy
regulators.
The laugh factor.
They do. However, like at some point, the regulators are going to say, "Oh, wait a minute."
I don't know. The bitch is going to be gone soon.
Yeah. How many weeks? She's got like
less
2
than
weeks.
3.
Yeah, 2 weeks
About
left.
11 days.
The 20th, she's gone.
Yeah. And then they can make that an official announcement.
Sorry. That would be amazing.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be another one that I'd like to see, but that one isn't for the same reasons. What they need to do is establish Game Pass revenue stream and then just normal revenue, just reoccurring revenue, right?
Yeah.
And for that, it's hard to beat Valve. You just constantly keep getting everybody's money. It just makes a lot of sense. And then the other one would be, to me, Take-Two. Because it bolsters, of course, it makes money. Obviously, it makes a ton of money, but it's also just bolstering that Game Pass value. You get every annual game that people care about. All the annual games.
Gabe used to work for Microsoft, right? And then he.
He's a Microsoft millionaire. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who went and invested his money and made Valve.
And made Valve. Yeah, exactly. And but the funny thing about that is that him and Phil are friends, like good friends. Like close friends. Like he actually, I mean, they're down the road from each other, and he's talked about several times how Phil's been by and talking this, and and so I mean, I'm not necessarily, doesn't really mean anything other than the fact that if somebody wanted to retire or move on or relax or I don't know, just get out of the game altogether, retire, sit on the beach, and sell everything to Microsoft. What?
Take
could
their
happen.
billions of dollars and walk away.
It could happen. Yeah. I tell you though, our friend Farq, who's in the chat, said that he's so creative, and Fuzzy, he didn't want to leave you out, so
Oh boy.
he made this
Oh,
wonderful.
boy.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh no! What happened? What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
Fucking voice.
That's actually looks really good.
Yeah,
Man, that's
I'm
high
looking-
quality.
I'm looking forward to was it Assassin's Creed Shadows? So hopefully that releases bug free when it comes out. What is that, February? I
I
think.
doubt it.
Yeah.
It's Ubisoft.
Well, if you y'all know,
Yeah,
it's
it
actually
comes out right around whatchamacallit, Avowed, right? It's very
yeah.
close.
It
to-
actually its
Really?
date is Valentine's Day.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Yes, it's coming out on Valentine's Day, baby.
So if this
And if the character looks as good as Fuzzy does, right there.
it's a hit.
Oh, baby.
If the game doesn't hit, do you think the
Sorry, Fuzzy,
whole
I'll get
company
off.
crawls? Like it just falls down? If the game
It's
doesn't
gonna
hit,
hurt.
That would
It's
hurt.
gonna hurt.
Like, does it just
They
crumble?
kind
at
of
that
need it to
point?
hit.
If it doesn't,
It depends on how much they keep making from their live games. They do still have some live games at work.
I mean, they have Siege that they ruined,
so-
but somehow
Yeah.
people still play it. But it is Ubisoft.
so I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, they got DLC planned for Division 2.
Really?
So hopefully that could be their cash cow if this doesn't hit. But I think if this doesn't hit, it seems like he's tanking the company to take it private or something. He's I don't know. It just feels like he's lost his way on this company making money the way it used to, and it just seems like he's trying to run it into the ground to either break the deal with Tencent or walk away and let Tencent take it. I don't know. It's just something's weird with him right now.
Yeah,
Very. Yeah.
So
Go ahead, Hargee.
yeah, Raichi with the $2. This is heresy. Valve is the only pro consumer. Okay, yes, I get it.
It's true. It's true.
That's
It's not, it's speculation. It's just talk. We don't know. Nobody really knows.
Well, both Valve and Xbox
knows.
offer the same return policies, right? So unlike PlayStation.
Yeah. And right now, I mean, you think about what they do is, Microsoft doesn't really have to make their games day and date on Steam like
But
they
they
do
do.
the PC, but they
But
do.
look, and it's not like they would like usurp it. They would just leave it alone. Like ultimately, there's going to be some value in cross management in some ways, but it's really just going to be take advantage of each other wherever necessary, and otherwise just leave it alone. What are they going to do by changing it? What do they need to change?
Right.
It works on its own.
Except
Right.
just-
The whole point of it would be, can you give me the money? That's it. It's
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
all it
That's
is.
like that would be like there would be no more question on is it going to go to is Steam going to get the deal for PC or is it going to be Epic? Like no, it would just be Steam every time.
Yeah.
We're all going to collect the money.
Yep, that's it.
Might as well do it.
Yeah. Well, and of
So-
course, there's the Hargee. You can back me up on this because Jez has mentioned this several times. We won't get into handheld talk tonight, but that that he believes that that the handheld is actually going to be leaving the door open for the possibility of other stores on the device. So you may have Game Pass, and you may have the ability to play the Epic Store games, and you may be able to jump on and play Steam games. Right?
What about like
through.
GeForce Now?
Possibility.
Yeah.
You already have that on
Everybody,
Xbox, right?
Apple and
I
Android.
do. Yeah. Yeah. that
Apple and
is-
Android.
yeah.
then.
Yeah. I mean, if they're willing to play ball, who knows?
So the Android subsystem was taken out of Windows, right? But
Yep.
to be replaced with the Android store coming to Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I'm confused. Like Run that back one more
Say that
time.
again, Hargeet.
So there's a subsystem for Windows for Android that's been in there since I think it was 1.11, and they're deprecating that. However, that was using, as far as a store, it was using the Amazon store, not the Google Play Store.
Mm.
But apparently, the Google Play Store is coming to Windows. So
Nice.
Money talks, doesn't it, Hargeet?
Yes, and look, the idea of why Microsoft wants to have a store on Android, even more so than iOS. They definitely want to have it on iOS, right? But more so than iOS is because Android is everywhere. It's in your TV. It's everywhere. It's in your car. It's everywhere. Literally everything runs on freaking Android or Linux. So they want to have the freaking store for their stuff. So they want to be able to say, hey, your TV will have a gaming store that happens to be Xbox, right? So you can just buy your games there, right? Yeah, exactly, right? And that's why they want that. It's not the, hey, I just want to have streaming games on your little phone. No. It's they're looking ahead and saying, what's going to be next, right? And they want to have that TV just have the app that says gaming, and you bring it up, it's Xbox, and you buy your games and play them. Right? Whether it's local, whether it's streaming, whether it's Android, they don't care, right? They just want to get delivery to you and get the money. That's what they're looking for. It's a business. Yep. So they're just looking ahead and saying, yes, we want our store on Android, and here's why, right? Converse, they have to allow other stores on their platforms. So the idea that, we're going to have locked platforms like PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo with their own stores, yeah, that may not be the case in 5 years, folks.
Yeah. Things change. That's very, very true. Yeah, shout out to D1 hanging out with us. Hargeet, you got to read this one. My goodness.
Legendary Yobi. Hargeet is right. Let them get WWE 2K series on Game Pass going forward, and the majority of money from the WWE games come from the microtransactions with my faction. Gonna make a killing. Yeah, this is the thing. Exactly, right? You make the revenue and you just attract the customer, because this is what people buy. They buy those NBA 2Ks, they buy the FIFAs. That's what they want. And if you get all those games in Game Pass, it's a hell of a proposition. Subscribe, you get them all. Right? So
there you go. There you go.
My thing is they're gonna bring the service up to fucking 50. We'll still buy it though. It'd still be worth it.
I don't know that they need to, and this is why you buy Valve, because Valve eliminates that problem. You just make so much revenue that it just eliminates that headache. And by the way, all of these multi-plat, they would not lock any of this down. No point.
It would just be day one, though. It would just be day one, though.
It'd be day one in Game Pass, but you want to buy it wherever you like. Don't care.
There you go.
Would you rather buy it for 50,
no problem.
70, or would you rather pay $1?
Yeah, well, $1.
Yeah, there you go. Game Pass.
Get your Game Pass. Right?
Shout out to the over 400 people here that are watching us right now. We have over 175 people on X. There's over 230 people on YouTube, and several people watching us now on Twitch. Yay, welcome. We appreciate you being here, and we see that the distinctive one, that's right, is here hanging out with us. Hanging out does a lot with Ray show, and he's actually going to be a guest. He was going to be a guest a couple weeks ago, but he got a migraine. I understand that, man. Those can be killer. It's hard to TTS when your brain hurts. but we are going to get him back on soon, so never fear. D1 will be on here eventually. We'll make that happen because, like I said, he's a cool cat. And we like him a lot. So Fuzzy, I know you got a heart out pretty soon. What time? How much longer do you think you have?
I think at least like 30 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Very cool. All right, cool. I just and I've already got the just so everybody knows. Once this show is over, this show is set to automatically. I just did it while we were talking earlier. It's automatically set to go to Pixelated Echoes. So with 3-Bit and Fuzzy Belvedere talking gaming throughout the night. So if you're into the mood to keep talking, you do not have to worry. Just gaming keeps going right here on this channel, and I'll take you through. Legendary Roby. Can you read that for me, Hargeet?
Sure. Legendary Yobi again at WebDave. My God, man, you look fantastic. I lost 20 pounds myself. I'm on my journey, brother.
That's
for
awesome.
you.
That's- Shout out to you,
Good for
buddy.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me
Exactly.
check
Yeah.
it.
But it's 88 pounds as of this morning. So
Nice.
lost. Yep. On the way. And once that break the 200 mark, I might have a donut. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But the point, but that's my next big goal is going to be to go under 200. So, and
Good
then
stuff,
after that,
bro.
it's down to my
Oh.
my engagement weight, 175. Yeah, the missus is like,
Hey.
what? Goodness. And shout out to everybody's here, man. It's just such a great. We greatly appreciate all the amazing members of the community, and a big shout out to Fuzzy and to Dev for joining me and Hargeet tonight. This has been fun so far, but don't worry, we are not done yet. In fact, I think since we're on this, I'm going to put this in our personal chat here, the private chat for everybody to check out here, because we're kind of gonna go over this this list of the what is expected in Game Pass as of right now. And there's more coming. We know that, but as of like right now, what is coming in Game Pass? And I'm gonna put that list in there for all of the guys on the panel to see, because it's kind of a big list. So there's dots in between them, so that makes some of them kind of blend together, but never fear. So the top part is there's ones that are definitely confirmed, and then you'll see the and more, and then it'll get down to some more of the some of them are first party, some of them are third party, but if it's coming to Game Pass, it's all free to play. It's
Honestly,
all included.
I see one that's in Game Pass currently.
Yeah. Some of these may be already in there because of when it's already started. So yeah, so it's just a matter of how it falls. But yeah, so there's a few of them. Yeah, like the was it Carson, I think, is when his list was a few days ago before the game came out. So that's why it's there.
Carry on. Road 96.
Yeah, that's coming soon, or yeah, and it's been on before that one.
I feel like that game was in before. Did they take it out?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
And I think it's
the deal worked out.
And now it gets more confusing because there's Game Pass Standard that doesn't get those games anymore until later.
Yep.
So Road 96 might be releasing to Standard, and therefore you're getting it listed here.
Oh, so are we talking about Standard or are we talking about Ultimate then?
This is
It's
supposedly
both.
Ultimate. So we'll see. Yeah.
But yeah, so because I'm pretty sure Road 96 is a game I finished, and I think it was in Game Pass when I finished.
It was in Game Pass.
But it did go. Yeah. It did. Its run ran out, so they moved it, and then I guess they renegotiated to bring it back because they enjoyed the benefits of being in Game Pass. Imagine a developer liking to put their games into Game Pass. Think about that.
I heard the game was really good too. Haven't played it.
Hargeet, you beat it, right?
Yeah, I mean it's a story-driven game. It was as far as I remember. So yeah, it's good. It's just like choices, and you have to kind of like go through the various paths you want to go to, And yeah, and did this get cut off?
The very end of it.
Oh,
it says the.
Oh yeah.
So right, let me see more.
Cut it off. Sorry, I didn't even notice that because I'm an idiot. Let's see, what was this?
Or maybe it just had.
Oh yeah, no, it did get cut off because I'm a dork. I didn't realize that you had so many characters you could put on there. So let's Sonaca 2. Oh yeah, the altars. There we go. All right, so I'll get the rest of them on there real quick. There's a few more. And everybody's like, "What are y'all seeing?" Well, they're seeing because I'm sending it to them in the private chat. There we go.
There we go.
That's what I cut off. Sorry about that.
Yeah, there's Wu Chang.
The one right before Sniper Elite, like I've never heard of that game. Is that like a shooter? Sleight of hand.
Yeah, sleight of hand.
Never heard of it.
Yep.
Yeah, same. I'm looking forward to the altars. That's one that I can't wait until they have in Game Pass. Now, Sniper Elite, isn't that coming the end of January or something?
Yes.
Yeah, it's coming soon. Yep, for sure. Like I said, some of these are definitely coming soon. Some of them are for later on in the year. But all these have been stated as saying that they are Game Pass. I think like one or two of them, maybe like was it the Frostpunk is technically going to be a free to play game, but they're going to put it in the Gamers Preview program, so it can be in Game Pass as well. So it'll be on that list as well as coming out. This is just a couple of the games that are coming. I just have a little clip playing so that we have a little visual for some of the games we'll be talking about. But guys, looking on this list, Dev, is there anything on there that's coming out that stands out to you? You think that you're excited that it's coming to Game Pass?
As soon as I seen it, 33 Immortals.
Yes.
That game, like with that many players on the screen at the same time, like it's gonna be amazing. I remember they showed it at a showcase. I think it was like a year or so back, year or two, and I really been looking forward to playing that game. People have been speculating on that. It was supposed to come out like last year or the year before. So by the time that game comes out, I feel like it's going to be really good. It's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Possible like even like mobile tie-in with that game too. Like kind of like a Vampire Survivors type of feel to it from what I remember of the trailer on it.
Yeah, I think it's actually on this. We'll be coming up here in a few minutes on this little reel I got going. Is there anything else on the list that just stands out to you that you're like, man, I can only wait to play that?
I did like the look of Mixtape, but I feel like a lot of gamers, well, at least in our community, like don't really like games like Life is Strange and like stuff of that matter. But like I like those story driven games, those multiple choice games. So that game, I'm interested in that game. I like the art style that they have. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. This game that's showing on the screen right now, Eternal Strands, I kind of like the look of that, man. It looks it's going to be fun, man.
Looks kind of like a Zelda feel.
Yeah, and you can control the different elements and how you fight bosses. Well, he's going to be fighting a big boss here in a second and like freezes his feet to the ground and shit like that. It's kind of cool. So, yeah, but it's just...
you can climb the bosses is awesome. It's almost like with Dragon's Dogma and stuff.
Yeah.
What was that? Shadow of Colossus type?
Yes, kind of like that too. Yep. Yeah. Here's a guy. He's getting ready to freeze some of his stuff, but different ways to try and take him out. There you go. So that's kind of cool. Uh-oh, you got squished. But yeah, it that looks and that's day one in Game Pass when it comes out. Looking pretty good. Fuzzy, what do you think? Anything on that list that jumps out to you?
There's a couple. The Altars is one. What you have playing on the screen is another. Expedition 33. That looks awesome. It has that turn-based type look, but I think it's a little bit faster paced than your standard turn-based kind of thing. Atomfall was another nice looking one that we saw. I have to agree on 33 Immortals. I played the I guess the beta or the whatever the test that they had like 6 months ago or so.
Nice.
It's when you have 33 people. I think I didn't have like all 33. It was like there was over like 20 plus when I was doing one of the boss fights. It gets pretty hectic pretty fast. Like you either need to be a healer or a damage dealer. If you're a healer, stay in the back so you don't get downed and just keep everybody else up, or be a damage dealer and make sure your healer is protected kind of thing. But that game is going to be awesome. Of course, the first party flagships like Avowed is one I'm really looking forward to. South of Midnight I'm really looking forward to. But like as far as when it comes to third party right now, 33 Immortals, the Clear Obscure, Expedition 33, the Altars, because you're making clones of yourself in space. Seems like a pretty cool concept. And Sniper Elite, because I like just seeing the slow motion bullet physics like through their skull or through their intestines or through their crotch.
It's pretty awesome.
Shoot their testicles off kind of thing. But that there's just so many games on here. But those are the main ones. And I kind of want to see what Wushang Fallen Feathers is like, because it has that like Black Myth Wukong look, but with I guess you could say a little bit more magic element or something along those lines. So be curious to see how that plays out as well. But I think the best part about it, like kind of like what Dev was saying with the games like Mixtape, if it's in Game Pass and you got a subscription, just try it. Like those are the games that I wind up trying. I wouldn't have normally bought, and then it's like I actually like this. And either if it's not first party, wind up buying shortly after to make sure in case it leaves, or just wait for like the 30 after 30 days or 60 days where the sale price gets like an extra 10% off or something along those lines. But yeah, that's a pretty stout list of games, but those are my standouts out of it.
Yeah. And one thing like Devin and you were saying, the nice thing about it is there's choices. You know, you don't have like 50 versions of a Call of Duty or 50 versions of a Grand Theft Auto. It's all the, puzzles and first person shooters and sports and platformers and puzzle games and card games and
every type of game that you could think of, like even adventure games, like what have you. You can compare it to whichever, but like there's every version of any type of game that you can think of, it'll be in the service.
And I love it. I love the variety. Hargeet, what stands out to you on the list?
I mean, the obvious ones to me are Fable, South of Midnight, Outer Worlds.
Yeah.
But as far as the third party, like Wu Chang is another one that could be kind of interesting. Alters is definitely kind of an interesting game. Sniper Elite, love it. I love Sniper Elite, so that's gonna be fun. I like the games like Mixtape, so we'll see if that's any good. Like that it's a Game Pass, so awesomeness. Eternal Strands looks pretty cool. Expedition 33 looks pretty cool. Atomfall, right? That could be pretty good too, right? So and that's coming up pretty soon. So you got plenty of options here. Sleight of Hand was that kind of like card-based thing where I don't know if I don't know where that was shown though. I don't know if it was shown in the June showcase for Xbox or if it was shown in like Summer Game Fest or something like that.
Or maybe
it had a kind of so it had a kind of a noir feel, but like you're a character just kind of uses cards to manipulate the world, and so it's kind of an interesting game there. I don't know how good that'll be. We'll see. Winter Burrow is another one that could be kind of interesting as well. But look, there's so many, and then there's this is just the beginning. We don't know what comes later. As showcases come along, we'll get more stuff, right? So it's already insane how much is coming into Game Pass. The only problem with all this is how the hell do you play all this?
You don't. That's the beauty of it. We can just play so many, and we just have like because I wanted to mention like the game at the very bottom. Well, damn, there at the very bottom. Subnautica 2. Subnautica, very underrated game. Like the graphics on that game is amazing. Like just you can think like we'll never have enough time to finish the backlog, and that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, Avowed, another one that, I like RPGs. I like it. It's gonna be fun. I like this. Is it? There's too many games. There's too many games.
Never enough.
And by the way, this is just the stuff that's in Game Pass, right?
Yeah,
there's
just
actual other third-party releases, and those games are also going to be pretty killer, and they're going to take up a lot of time. We don't know if GTA is even coming this year, but that's another big game.
Yep.
But hey.
Yeah, exactly. And even this is just what we know now.
Right.
After
there's a whole new Nintendo console coming. I'm just saying.
When the Direct is coming and the showcases are coming.
There'll be a summer showcase. There'll be something in the fall.
PlayStation are putting games on Xbox now. You don't know what's coming over.
Yeah.
I mean, they already have MLB The Show, day and date in Game Pass.
Yep.
Yep, exactly.
Day and date. That's crazy.
But Hargeet,
which isn't listed, by the way.
Exactly. Not even listed. That one's not even listed. So, but Hargeet, what are your thoughts on on the Lego game that came out from PlayStation that went on next.
Is that like confirmed coming to Xbox or something?
I
or
don't
what?
know if it's coming to Xbox or not, but you played it, didn't you?
Oh my gosh! Yes, I suffered through it. It was,
He punished himself.
yeah, look, I wanted to support them being multi-plat,
Yeah.
and what a terrible game.
Is it that
Look,
bad?
like-
I mean, it's a Lego game.
It's not though. The problem is like Traveler's Tale had a formula, and this is not Traveler's Tale. This was Guerrilla making the game, and it had zilch to do with Lego besides the characters looking like Lego. That's it. That was the only thing.
Like, it was just the aesthetic, like, because the Star Wars
that's it.
games, like you had a bunch of Lego elements, like you build stuff, Lego, and like
Lego, the
Exactly right. You get all the Lego pieces, and then
yeah,
you,
when
you
you
can
kill
build up.
somebody, you get the
None of that.
you get the Lego parts.
Lego of the
None of that.
whole.
None of that. It was just a story, a straight, linear story. That's it.
And they just
there was
looked like
no-
Legos, and there was nothing
That's it.
Lego to do with it.
There's no exploring. There's no going back. There's just no point.
It was just super lazy. Was the voice
It's
acting
just-
better?
No,
voice
I'm
acting.
taking that as a no.
No, the voice acting's there. It's oh god, like you know how like they
Hey,
Sony
Deadpool.
games tend to do this thing of like maybe I should climb over there. Maybe
Yeah.
I should pick that up. Just imagine that 20 times worse. That's what it does.
Wow.
And then all the dialogue is supposed to be cheesy in Lego games. It's way worse than this. It just got it was so like absolutely irritating. Like it was just dumb. Like it really just did nothing for the Horizon series at all. And I just don't know who this game was for. Right? It's not for kids because it doesn't do any of the fun things that Lego does. It's certainly not for Horizon fans because you'd much rather play the games if you like Horizon. I don't know who this was for. And the sales say the same thing.
Ponies.
Like nobody cared.
It's for the ponies that will spend money on anything PlayStation because it doesn't matter if the game is absolute dog water. They're gonna pay money for it just for bragging rights. But what are you bragging for? You bought the Portal, and what are you doing? You're going to the bathroom.
Yep.
Well,
$200.
Portal potty.
I don't know how much this thing sold.
$200.
I don't think it's sold even as well as Concord. So I don't know where that sits because it did
man. 8
abysmally
days.
on Steam.
Refund.
It didn't seem to chart much on PlayStation.
Even with
It
the
did come
Lego
out to
brand name,
Nintendo,
it's crazy.
but I don't know if it sold there either. I don't know, man. Like that game, we'll see the numbers because they're gonna have to put out the financials. We'll see if they put out financials for Lego Horizon. But man, that's another to me first party dud, and God, it was bad. I went through it, I finished it, whatever. But like, and I bought it on Switch and on Steam just so I could support them going multi-plat. But God, this was a horrible game. I wish it was a Traveler's Tale, like at least Lego game, because at least like they creatively make the Lego part of it, right? And then you can kind of solve the thing. There's nothing to solve. It literally is just a linear game. You go through and you destroy the robots, and you just listen to the absolutely horrible dialogue, and just that's it. That was the game. That's it. Like what the heck is this? It's just no creativity, no fun at all. Like okay, whatever.
Yeah, it. I agree with you. It just didn't quite hold
I can't
up.
believe it. So like when you attack an enemy or like you kill an enemy, there's no Lego nothing.
Nope.
That's incredible.
Nope.
Wow.
Well, no, they give you like coins that you can spend to unlock like your different areas in your base. So that's it. So they basically just give you money, and you bring that money back to your base, and then you can open up the areas that were locked off before.
So pay
So
station
essentially at the beginning of it, you get
like
yeah, and then like a lot of the buildings get like broken, and so you basically just say, okay, repair that building, and then it just repairs that building. You don't even like
repair it.
do, like,
Does it
show,
repair
like,
it as a Lego form?
Yeah, they don't even show you like doing the Lego construction thing. No, you just hit repair and it's done.
Wow.
Super lazy, man. Wow.
It just absolutely no Lego tie whatsoever. Like I don't know what the heck was going on. I can't believe this was a Lego game. Like,
yeah, that's pretty bad.
I look forward to like
bad.
going back, right? Where you usually have
Yeah.
like different characters you can play with different abilities, and you can go in and like, oh, how do I solve this? Oh, I need that ability. Okay, there we like you get to go like none of that. None of that.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
wow.
Would it damper on the Lego brand of how
Yeah, it
bad
seems like
that
it would
is?
be.
It's so
yeah.
bad, man. It's so bad.
All right, guys. Let me move things forward here. We got over 428 people watching us right now. Over 201 on X. Over 225 on YouTube, and 2 watching on Twitch. Hey, and there you go. Joey, I know he's in chat because he just said, so where's the secret showcase? Well, that's we're all wanting to know that. I'm sure a lot of Ponybots are seeing them. The deadline came and went again, and still no secret showcase. But that's okay. I'm sure there's going to be something coming. But Joey, did you see this? I had to play it. And Dev, since you both are on Weebly Green, well, our little buddy, he called out your show, and we're gonna bring that up right now.
Haven't seen it yet.
Oh well, you were getting ready to. Oh yeah. So Reforge, who's actually I've interviewed here before. There he is. So we'll make sure we get the volume up here. It's not very long, but he had a little bit to say about y'all's show, because apparently he's a big fan.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's just change the dialogue, shall we? You're right. It's the developer's fault. Good luck getting games. You're right. Hey, Bleed Green podcasts of the world, fan fiction writers of the world, you're right. It's the developer's fault. Good luck getting games from them. Do it. Blame them all. Blame Larian. Blame Game Science. Blame the Anatria devs. Blame the devs. Do it. Hashtag blame the devs. Go for it. Just do it. Do a parade. Call the mayor. Call your senator. And be like, can we do a parade downtown where we all get together and blame the devs? Do it. I hope you're successful. Because all you're going to do is tell devs, you know what we should do? We should just make games for the PlayStation first and PC. Screw that platform. Screw them. If all we're going to do is see headlines blaming us and podcasts blaming us and YouTube videos blaming us, fine. Blame us. And we'll just go somewhere else. We'll take our ball and we'll go home.
Well, there you go. Huh.
I'm confused. Like, what is blame the devs for what? We have wonderful devs.
Well, I think it's the whole Black Myth Wukong that it's that people are saying that it's
for Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
I mean, who gives
it's not they're saying they kind of admitted that they're now saying, all right, Phil Spencer is saying that there's a reason why it's not out yet, and it's not that the system can't handle it. And now the developers, since they're getting so much grief, are now going back again after they kind of said they kind of stepped away from that. One of the people on the development team is saying that no, it's because of the hard work they have to put in for the game to run properly. And it's just right now it doesn't really run good on the PlayStation, from what we understand, what I've seen. It only runs good on the rest in peace, Concord. It only runs good on Steam. So yeah, or on PC.
No. It doesn't even run well on PC.
Okay,
it is very unoptimized.
So yeah, and that just means that they need to work harder on it. And I guess they were Sony's like, bring it out now. We'll deal with whatever consequences are.
Same
But
with,
we need that game.
the Dead Space clone that they made or helped pay
Oh,
for.
Callisto Protocol.
Yeah,
those
yeah.
guys.
The one that turns dirt into a pony bot.
Yeah. so yeah.
Because he tests for that game all the time. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, he just at the but you know, look, Reforge does what he does. Gets his clicks, gets his views, gets his subscribers. He celebrated his 50,000 channel members.
50,000?
Yes.
For that bot?
He sell
Well,
yeah.
and I mean that as in like an actual like robot. Like
yeah. Well, I mean, he asks for it every day. He has a little counter and a goal and all that kind of stuff, and reaches
and you know what he
goals
probably
and-
does though? He probably turns on his Xbox after the show.
Well, we know that he plays Game Pass because he said that. But of course he makes it sound like he plays it on his PC and such. But who knows?
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't know.
they're all cap. They're all cap. Like even the biggest, like the biggest pony probably turns on his Xbox after the show.
Yeah, probably. Hargeet, are you still there? Or you just step away? Oh, there he is. There you go. I don't know if you want to read that or not.
Oh boy. I will preface this with it's not me saying it. Showtime Reezy $2. Something gaming.
Refund.
Act like a star-crossed scorned lover. It's not me saying it. That was Showtime Reezy.
Yeah, refund gaming. Just say it just like it is. I mean, just because he misspelled it. I mean, you know, it still sounds the same, right? Gaming. Anyway, what?
Yeah.
It's a typo. He can't spell really well. Anyway.
As far as his rant, by the way,
Yes.
So when somebody sells me software and it's buggy, you know what I usually do? I blame the developer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that not what you're supposed to do? So if I buy something from Adobe and it crashes every 10 minutes, am I supposed to say, "Oh, that's okay"? I
Fuck
know
Best Buy.
they're like, no, I'm gonna say I spent money, buddy. Where's my freaking game? My app is crashing. What the hell's going on? Right? I'm gonna be
like,
pissed.
we go to the source.
Mhm.
Like what are these developers some sort of coddled class? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. No, bullshit.
I mean,
Fucking know how you do how to do
you
your
go
job.
to a
Like,
dealership and you buy a car and the car breaks down 20 minutes later. Who the fuck are you gonna blame?
oh, that's okay. You
Oh my
know, they were
God,
having a bad
it's
day. It's
fine.
okay.
Fine,
No,
they just
nah, bro.
repaired it wrong.
I love it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. My car didn't start today, but that's all right. No, fuck that. It better fucking start. It better fucking work. What the heck are they talking about?
What the fuck did I pay money for?
Exactly.
Exactly. Hargeet, you want to read that from Big Mad Mo?
Product work.
Yeah. I'm blaming the devs and Larian when they did their fucking job, made the game better for all systems. When you optimize for the Series S, you make it better for the rest. Exactly. You have to, it's basically just doing your job. It's like figuring out how to actually make this shit work. Like, look, there's partially it's the development cycle so long. Games have to just get out the door. I get all that. Fair enough. Right. Yes, that means you might have to deal with doing a little bit more optimization work to make it work right. How many games come out crap? Cyberpunk, anyone? Gee, remember those Star Wars games from EA? Did those come out great? No. Are we going to sit there and say the devs were just fantastic? No, they fucked up. They should have fucking optimized the goddamn game. It took them 6 months to a year to fix it. It took Cyberpunk like 2 years to get it right. Fine. But that's the way it is. You don't sit there and say, oh, it's okay. Nah, fuck that. They should never have done it to begin with. We're always going to have to blame them. Otherwise, they're just going to keep ramming crap down our throats. Nah. Don't accept the shit. Don't accept it.
Agreed.
It's
Go ahead,
like when ponies always say like, oh, if you have Game Pass, you're broke. Like, no, we have more money than you because we have Game Pass. It's just logic, folks.
Yep. Agree with that.
So much crap, man.
Fuzzy, any thoughts?
I try not to watch clips of this guy. Like it's because I feel myself getting dumber having listened to anything that comes out of his mouth. Like,
and that was
all
his
right.
clip. That wasn't somebody clipping him. That was his.
No, but it's
Yeah,
like
man.
he always wants to claim that it's the Xbox fans' fault. This and then blame the devs. Well, that's the whole thing. If they're not doing what they're supposed to, as Big Bad Mo pointed out, like Larian figured out once they optimized the game on the Series S, it did a 20% uplift for all the other versions of the game. So it made it better on PC. It made it better on the Series X. It made it better on the PlayStation 5. Wow, imagine that. Like, let's be clear on things. The Series S is more powerful than the Steam Deck. And I guess you could say the launch ROG Ally and the launch Legion Go, like the lower spec ones, it's more powerful than that. And those games, a lot of these games are running on those. So, yeah, there's some stuff that you have to actually do to get the memory thing to work properly, but Xbox made it with that dev kit so you could do that. You could either scale up or scale down. But a lot of these devs, like the same ones that work for Remedy, they were talking about, these consoles should have 24 gigs. Well, yeah, they could, and then they would be like $1,000 at launch in 2020. But like let's understand something. Like if it comes to putting stuff on hardware, if you want to sell your game, make it work from the get-go. Don't do like EA did, because that without getting into the whole spiel, because that brings up bad memories with the what was it, the last one that they have, Survivor.
Yeah,
that thing was a broken, buggy mess, and everybody gave it a 10. I look at all those people with side eye, like, how could you give anything a 10? Oh, that's right. EA told you they were going to fix it with a day one patch. 30 days later, that day one patch still didn't fix crap. So it's like, blame the devs. That's exactly what you do, because they didn't get the game going right.
Prior.
So
from the prior, though.
Yep.
Exactly. I don't know. I do have to bounce out of here.
Yes. I was going to say
that guy just. It's anytime you have to rename yourself or reintroduce yourself several times because of stupid stuff you've done. More power to you. I don't have time for his idiocy. Like, seriously,
fair enough.
You could either play the games and enjoy them or not play the games. You pick. And
but
he's playing Game Pass, and it's great. He's playing it on PC.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Like some people are saying, he's kind of comes across as a grifter. So because this is his spiel. This is his wheelhouse. This is how he makes his money. Anyway, but Fuzzy, please tell everybody where they can find out, where they can reach out to you. And we're not done yet, folks, but Fuzzy's got to take off because he's getting ready to go to another show, and we're going to send this show to his show after this. So,
well, greatly appreciate you having me on. Always awesome being on here with you, Dave and Hargeet, and love being on the show with Dev. Haven't been on Bleed Green in a while, but maybe sometime soon. But
always a great time, bro. Like, just shoot a message to Dirt, and we'll get you in there at some point. Like, we haven't had a whole lot of guests like lately, just because of all the controversy and just everything going bad with guests. But yeah, shoot a message to them. Like, we're always good people.
You guys always have a good thing going. So I watch you guys even without guests. It's an awesome show. This is an awesome show.
I appreciate it
as well.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
For everybody here, please hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed to Dave and the Gamers Council. Make sure you get that, become a member or subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. For those that just want to find me to rant about stuff, Xbox or PlayStation or anything gaming related, I'm on social media except for Facebook. So just do a search for Fuzzy Belvedere. I'll be on Pixelated Echoes. So hope to see you guys after this show. But thank you guys so much for having me. And shout out to the chat. You guys are awesome. Greatly appreciate it.
There you go. Fuzzy, again, thank you so much. And please tell 3-Bit we said hello, and then we'll be stalking him in a little bit in this chat. For sure. Have a great night, buddy. Thank you, sir.
All right. Have a great night, guys. Later.
All right. So that's great, man. I love having him on. It's Fuzzy Belvedere is a great member of the community. Straight up great guy. And he knows his racing games. No fucking doubt. I mean, he used to, work for let's say parts companies that sell racing parts to cars. So he
okay, bet.
he knows his stuff. Yeah, for real. He lived the dream as it were. So yeah, so a lot of great stuff coming. But Hargey, two of these I want you to read real quick. One from Amit, which I thought was pretty good.
So Amit says, didn't refudge. It's not me saying that. Blame the devs when all those pisser enhanced games made them look worse on PS5 Pro. I believe he did. I believe he had a little bit of a rant on that. Yes,
he really did.
So, and then is this Vince or Vinci? I don't know. Always blame the Series S. Forspoken flopped, Concord flopped, Foam Stars flopped, FF7 flopped, all due to Series S. Yeah, because it launched on oh, it didn't launch on Series S. Oh, well, that's okay. We'll still blame Series S.
There you go.
Always. Sappho, $2. I arrived late, but did Devin show up on time?
He did. He was actually here early, hang out and talk to me on the pre-show. He was here almost like about 15 minutes early. So there you go. Kudos to Dev. Appreciate that, sir. Now I don't know what's going to happen like tomorrow, but anyway.
Yes, we'll probably be late because of dirt.
There you go. It'll be dirt. It's always Dirt's fault. It's always Dirt's fault.
Every time.
Exactly. It's always Dirt's fault. This guy right here.
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
Love it. And Sapo, love seeing you here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate that. But yeah, gosh, where do we want to go? Let's all right. I just want to touch on this. I don't want to. I got two different feelings about this, and this isn't in our notes, guys. So I'm throwing a little curveball, and Hargett, I'm not gonna be mean. I'm just telling you now, I'm not gonna be mean. But let's see if I can get we'll just, so it's all right. There's this. Yeah, so Dreamcast guy is
he needs help.
He needs help, yeah. He has some dental work that needs to be done, and he's got a GoFundMe. This is legit. He really does.
No fucking way.
Yeah, no, it's real, dude.
GoFundMe.
Yep. Well, in fact, here, let me let's see what it's up to now.
Will I be on time Monday? Yes, I will. I'll be on time tomorrow. Don't worry.
His goal is 16K, and he's right now at almost 14K.
Good for him.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good for him.
No.
Yeah, and dental work, by the way, is no joke. It's very expensive.
It is
very, very much.
The wrong button there. So yeah, so yeah, and like I said, I'm not making fun of that. So by any means, I don't know if it'll let me share or not. But let me see if it's. So is it showing up? Okay, yeah. So it even shows the thing. So there, this is Dreamcast guy. His real name is Max. I mean, he's putting it out there. So there you go.
That's his whole name too. And damn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you have to actually have to do that if you want to, to actually, try and invoke, get people to put money up.
And the whole for the GoFundMe thing.
Yeah. But like the anonymous donation of 1,659 was the top donation.
It was probably him.
I don't know. I don't maybe
girlfriend.
Who is?
If that's the case, it's still he's got a lot.
He might as well fund PlayStation.
Yeah. So, but I mean, this is the guy that made his girlfriend. I would say made, but he actually had the gall to have her buy his system so he could buy
the used system. Though he made her buy the used system that he owned for like what, 500
new price.
I believe.
Yeah, like a new price. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and then so he could buy a system on his own, which just kind of seems kind of shady to me. But hey, whatever. We'll go back to this image here. This is a better one. So, like I said, I mean, I get that that somebody may need dental work or something like that done, and and there's a lot of legitimate GoFundMes out there for people that have someone's, in their family or something that is, died unexpectedly and they don't have enough to cover funeral expenses, things like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think all of us, I know Hargeet has helped some, and I've helped some people that have, that definitely needed our help, and we've, more than happy to do that.
In a hardship, absolutely.
Yeah. The thing, and I get it, but I mean, this is even says it in his thing. It's 20 years that he's been putting this off, and now it's to the point where he really needs to have it done. But I mean, it's like, don't you think you need to, be a responsible adult at some point and take care of this a lot sooner than now, begging for money from everybody? I mean,
extraditing your fans? Like, look at this. It's the whole video. Like, I am screwed. Please help. Like, please help me. Like, bro, it's holding off until the very end.
Yeah.
And then extraditing your fans. It's a piece of shit. I mean, what more can we really say about that? Like, literally, like, begging for money at this, like, when he probably has it himself, and he's just, people will give because, people like content, their content creators that they support every single day, and that's their hard-earned money that they're giving to someone that just doesn't care. They're just being lazy about it.
It does seem that way to me too. Jez and Corden, a couple other people have done it and have given, and that's it. If you do, good on you. And if he needs the help for real, I'm not going to fault somebody for doing that. It just seems like he has put himself in this box. He has put himself in a corner to where this is something that he could have taken care of this before. And do you mind, Hardy? Do you mind reading Jesse's comment there?
Yeah. So my brother has cancer. Sorry to hear that, bro. But we haven't done a GoFundMe yet because we don't really ask for help. I hope things go well. Good luck.
Prayers to you, Jesse P.
Start one, man. I got you.
Yeah.
I'll throw some on the book.
Safa, I've seen GoFundMe for people with real problems. He built his channel off of engagement farming and rage baiting. I have no respect for him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how true or not. Like, I don't like. How do we know, right? So,
right.
He also had some issues when he was, I guess a teen, maybe, like as he was very young. So I don't know. You can watch the video and you can make your determination as to whether you believe him or not. Whatever.
Right.
That could be bait. I mean, it could be baited unless he talked about it in the past. I don't watch his content, so I would have no idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the image off, but we'll still continue to. We got a few super chats on it. So
yeah. So Mr. Click, Victor Click. Porcelain teeth is smart when doing math. $2. Yeah.
Porcelain? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, what does his face have in common with his teeth? Well, he does get into that in the video, but anyways, but either way, they both have. Yeah.
No.
Nice. Why so serious? $2. It's BS. He did this before. His teeth still F up.
Wow. So he's done this before, you say?
Wait. Oh, so he put it out before.
Wow.
We're getting
maybe
somewhere.
maybe he didn't reach his goal before. Maybe then if some of the goals you can set up to where if you don't reach them, you don't get any money.
Yeah, it won't give you the money. Yep,
or some of you have them set up to where like even if you do half your goal, you still get the money. Depending on how you set it up. So who knows? So
why so serious?
So good. It's good to be here. But yeah, I don't know. That's interesting thought. Like I said, I wanted to bring it up because a lot of people have been talking about it. And like I said, if he really needs the help, I hope he gets the help that he needs. I don't know, man. It just something about it just doesn't feel right. And I don't know. But I mean,
I was gonna say my thing is like, yeah, if he needs the help, I hope he gets the help as a human being, but like just bleeding out to just clickbaiting it basically and just bleeding the money out of everybody. Do that shit yourself. I don't mean to cuss on it, but It just seems like some bitch shit.
Yeah. Well, reading what Jesse P said there, Hargeet, and then we can get a
Yep,
second one
like
from
2
you.
years ago, he had a campaign for his teeth. I don't. Again, did it go through? Did it make its goal or not? Because that does potentially nullify it if you don't.
But then again,
make
if he
it
did
a
it 2
goal.
years ago, why didn't he like immediately put it back up and work on it then? Why did he just wait 2
Maybe he
years?
just gave up. He's like, people don't care, so like whatever. But
maybe.
And maybe he's like, I'll hold off. It doesn't matter. Weird how people are showing him sympathy this time.
Yeah. What's the last one
Give
on
to
this?
people you know, hell, he'll give to the neighborhood homeless, but to give to that terrible grifter is, or hell, give to the grifter is crazy. Medical bills aren't that serious. Get the job done and get on a payment plan. I mean, you could say that, but like, I don't know if he actually has a separate job. Maybe he does. I don't know. But like, if this is what he does, I don't know how much it pays, and bills are bills, and like it's serious money, right? Having
It is.
Teeth are just very expensive, and they have like this one here where have health insurance. Health insurance does not cover dental, and
What
even
about
if you get
dental?
dental insurance will never cover that much.
Yeah, not that
dental
much, no.
insurance will cap at like 3 or 4K at max. So
Yeah.
you have to basically pay for it. There's no way around it. These things can cost upwards of $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. It gets really, really, really crazy. So it just depends on how much you want to spend and how much you actually have. So I'm not, I'm not gonna say that it's not feasible that this is real.
Yeah.
I just don't know, right? And like we don't know.
My thing is so like if it's been like a controversial thing for many, many years, why not do piece by piece? Like, just have some work done here, have some work done there. Like, can you do that in dental? I don't know.
It doesn't. It depends on the situation.
You really can't, right? Because here's the thing.
It has
First
to be
off,
a full sum.
You need to eat,
like,
right? So you basically it is in piece, but you have to basically just follow through because it becomes basically a liquid diet for a while. You have like if they take out all of the teeth,
you got to do what you got to do.
So you either have to get dentures, right, or something temporary or something, right?
Yeah.
But they have to latch on to something. That's the problem. And so they basically have anchor teeth that they have to put in for you, and then they can start putting the rest in, or they can give you a denture that anchors to the anchor teeth, right? It's this whole process. It's just not that simple, and it does take time. And it's expensive and it's annoying, but it is what it is.
My thing is like, it's expensive. I just feel like he's grubbing off the fans.
It could be, but this is why I don't go after. I have no idea, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, we're gonna wrap that topic up. So we're done giving him any kind of credit or anything like that. So if somebody wants to help him out, his link's out there. You guys can go to his.
If it's
YouTube
real,
channel,
DCG, I hope you get all the things you need.
Exactly.
If
I hope that he actually
it works.
Hopefully, it ain't a salty situation.
He's probably gonna. He's pretty close to meeting his goal, so we'll just leave it at that. And all right, so but what I do, the last thing I want to mention on the show is because we got a lot of members now. We do appreciate that greatly. Okay, let's we'll read a super chat real quick.
Showtime is he burnt grilled steak and really is hell of a drug. Jesus,
I said that shit looked like a fossil. Are you sure that was a steak?
Funny. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna bring up this as we change topic. So we do have I put in the in our member chat, and we'll also let everybody know about it tonight. So if you remember, cool. If you're not, you can still participate as far as. But Hargeet, I want you to read out some of these choices that people have some ideas they have. So what we're doing is we are trying to we have emojis in our super chat. I'm going to do it now on YouTube. So if you're watching any other program, it has to be on YouTube. But YouTube, we have all these emojis that you can put in, and we're going to switch out a few of them, and we're going to bring up. We want to do some new ones. Well, one or two of these don't seem to really apply to us, but that's because he's kind of current in the news right now. I mean, I think there's one for D-Badge. Well, I know Dirt has said he's making a D-Badge emoji for his show. which is fine. He actually does a D-Batch imitation. Interesting. All right. So, yeah, some people suggested, let's see, Elder Scrolls Oblivion logo, maybe a Gears logo, which you actually already have that one. Put that in chat right now. Boom.
Okay.
And then a P-Lump logo. That also sounds like one that would be better for Dirt or Shaun to do on their show. But you never know. A Squid Game. I kind of like that idea.
That'd be kinda cool.
Yeah.
A Stalker emoji. I like that
Stalker's
one.
good.
Now and then down here, like Hargeet smile. That'd be a good one.
Could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Graybeards. Yeah.
Graybeards. Yeah.
Concord,
Exactly.
WebDave.
Yeah. Concord, WebDave, Retro Arcade. Trump, I probably shouldn't do that, but I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind it.
Blinks.
But some people might not like it.
Blinks,
and then
Web.
bring back Blinks. Yeah, exactly.
You are fake news.
That was not me. Oh, Hargeet, I love it. Oh, Hargeet, you're priceless. I love you, man. Do that again, man. That was great.
That's fucking great.
You are fake news.
Let's go.
There we go. There we go. Oh goodness. Well, we actually sometimes when we do Spartan, we do, and you know this, Spartan, you actually participated in when we did we had the our 100 episode of Gamers Council. We had Dirt and Shaun on, and we had actually for the whole episode we had a special emojis put up of both Darth Dirt and Darth Shaun, and they're actually, and people use the hell out of them, and I've still got them, and I gave them to Dirt and Shaun, so it's up to them if they want to implement them on their show. But when they're back on again, I'll bring them back in again. I like to rotate those around as well. So yeah, and yeah, appreciate it if you guys do if you do enjoy the content here, if you can, that would be great. As Dirt would say,
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
I'm gonna have to start paying him royalties, man. I'm burning the hell out of that one.
Royalties.
I'm telling you, I'm burning it up tonight.
Royalty.
Yeah, but Hargeet, any other suggestions for you? Because I think what I'm going to do is maybe you, me, if you, we'll kind of talk about it behind the scenes or whatever. But you can just kind of like give me a couple of ideas you have. Plus, I'll look at the ones we got, and then we'll kind of narrow it down to like maybe like 4, and then we'll put them up to show people what they look like. And then Jesus Christ. And then we'll and then I would show it on here, Rizzy, but for some reason those particular icons are not coming up. The brush your teeth icons won't show up on. I tried. See, I just tried. Rizzy, and it won't come up. It's funny, but I can't show it. But then we'll do a poll next week's show. We'll do a poll, and we'll see what gets the top 2% likes, and then whoever those 2 are, then we'll add them to the next week's show. So there you go. So we're just keep the chat going, a little fun, and then you'll be able to to have a little fun with the chat. Yeah, even
you have that one,
Brian Pony. Which one? I like it. Do you still have the exposed thing from the from?
Of course I do.
Exposed.
I love that.
I created this one just for C Money.
The putrid stench of 30 years has given some a total fear that Astrobot will win Game of the Year.
And the Game of the Year is Astrobot.
No.
It was so fun.
Oh, that's
exactly.
This is one of my favorites.
Emotional damage.
Absolutely.
Exactly. I love that one. All right. Well, here's my favorite one. Oh, that's a good one. Here's my favorite one.
Do that one.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back rib chili, baby back.
There we go. There we go.
Classic.
Baby. The
Exactly.
other white meat.
Exactly. Or this.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Hey. All right.
Here comes the money.
Just enough that it doesn't get us a strike.
I don't know if we already have this one.
Ooh, I like that one. No, actually, I need
Wait,
to
wait,
send me
play
a
that
copy of
again.
that.
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, it's the substitute for the word anyway. So yeah, that's exactly. So yeah. Oh goodness. Well, what was that? What was that?
Xenobite?
Oh,
Xenobite?
Yeah.
Xenobite. Xenobite.
Is that
Oh,
what
no,
you
it's
meant?
like from Hellraiser?
okay. I guess what you're talking about now. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Which one? You mean Rakanishu?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that what
if
you mean?
that's-
No, that's from. I think it's from Diablo, isn't it? I'll check. But I think it's
Oh
from
yeah, there you
Diablo.
go. Well, I know that. I guess the where you hear it the most is on. Oh no, it's Alex. For every time he calls somebody that certain tard name. I don't feel tardy.
Yeah, it's
well,
Diablo.
on Diablo. There you go. There you go.
Diablo.
There you go. We both have a lot of good soundboards, don't think we?
Oh yeah? Well, screw you guys. I'm going home.
Exactly.
No.
or this one I added because Mr. Boomstick actually asked me to add this one.
Who the fuck is that guy?
There you go. I love it. Oh goodness.
No.
Excellent. Oh, anyway, we could go on all day.
Latino heat.
Oh, that's
Okay, I'm done.
That's fire. That's fire.
It is, isn't it? Isn't it?
That's
Or this one from an anime.
Wow! Congratulations!
What anime? What anime is that?
Let us have competition.
Oh yeah.
I did have the other one, which I took off the board because I never used it. It was the one my boobs are huge. I was like, oh, what? But it's pretty funny.
Hey, yo.
There we go. Thanks,
we can always
Dallas.
add.
Party like a Diddy party, so
Yeah, that's
Exactly. Oh man, I was watching the Iron Lords or listening to the Iron Lords earlier today at work, and they were talking about they're saving up now. Their big show this year is going to be they're going to go to Japan, yeah, which I thought was pretty awesome, and yeah, it was pretty cool that they're talking about it, and they were talking about dressing up as characters. And so he was gonna King's gonna be Donkey Kong, and let's see what was Attic gonna be
Diddy Kong.
Diddy or Lanky?
something, and but I thought it was he was gonna have I thought it was, or maybe it was him. But all right, so, and then who was? There was another Kong. I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, one of them was going to be Diddy Kong. I thought it was Cog. But anyway, either way, pretty funny though, Diddy Kong. And then they started playing the little Diddy clip, and he's like, "No, we can't do that." So yeah, pretty funny.
That's great,
guys. Thank you all so much for being here. We have 406 people, and we are gonna. The show is actually gonna roll over. We're gonna send everybody to Pixelated Echoes. So if you just stay in the chat on YouTube, it'll take you there. Or if you're on any other way of listening to us, you actually can jump on the YouTube and check that out. And if you do go by Pixelated Echoes, make sure you let them know that they were rated by the Gamers Council. There you go. So that's what we're going. That's where we're going to put. We'll let them know. Pixelated Echoes, you were rated by the Gamers Council. Yeah, there we go. So yeah. So we're going to send everybody there. Devin, buddy, please tell everybody where they can find you, where they can reach out to you, and because I know you got a show tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely. It's WBG every Monday night on Dirt Griggity's channel. It's 5:00 Central Time. And you can reach me on Twitter at the Xbox Classic.
There you go. There you go. Dude, thank you so much for being here, Deb. I think it was great. And like I said, we're gonna talk a little bit behind the scenes, and we'll try and get that. I want to get the episode of you on our other show, Outbreak Gamers, and get a little more in depth, and we'll bring out your channel and talk about your gaming history and all that kind of stuff.
That'd be,
So
be absolutely amazing. Let's
so
go.
Thomas, there you go, Thomas. There's your comment right there. So.
It's
All
not
right,
the dev's fault. It's the consumer's fault. No, it isn't. Never mind the consumer. Get out of here.
I love it. I love it. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Hargeet, please tell everybody where they can reach out to you, where they can find you next, because you're on a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah. I think we might have missed this one. Why so serious? $2. So now he can use his old teeth as a PS5 stand. Yikes.
That's fucking
Damn.
great. That's a great comment.
Oh, goodness. Sorry, you're right. I did miss that one. Thank you so much for guessing it.
Yeah. So you can you can check out my channel, Hargeet Chani 1 on YouTube if you want to. You can buy my science fiction book, Emergence, shop.chani.us. Check that out. And then we'll actually have Primetime Gaming back after 2 weeks of absence because of New Year's and Christmas, which happened to fall on Wednesday. So we'll be back this Wednesday. This week is going to be action-packed. We get the NVIDIA RTX 50 announced. We get whatever Lenovo and Jason Ronald are going to be talking about. There's potential for Nintendo news. We don't know if it's actually happening this week or not, but there was some rumor that it'll be on the 8th. So if the Switch 2 is actually being revealed, that'd be awesome. Then we have more, information going on there. So lots of news all around. So we'll see if there's some more things out of CES, right? There's usually gaming related stuff there as well. And CES is starting now. So we'll see if there's more things to talk about, but check that out. 7 p.m. US Eastern time on Wednesday on Double Barrel Gaming. Hopefully we'll have a lot of news to share on Primetime Gaming. And then you can catch me on Friday with Doodle and C Money on Point for Gamers for Night Shift. That'll be 8 p.m., 8-ish p.m. on Friday night, US Eastern time. So check that out. And I'll be back with Fonz on Saturday at 6 p.m. US Eastern time on Fonz Gaming. And we'll be back next week, of course, here, 7 p.m. US Eastern time on our WEBDAVE channel.
That's right. Gamers Council, baby. That's the show.
Council.
Gamers Council. There we go. Dude, Hargeet, again, thank you so much for being here. You make the show what it is, sir, and I really appreciate you and your hard work. You make it work, man. So that's all I can say.
And thanks to Fuzzy and Deb for coming along.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let's see if we can have you guys on again.
Yep. Very cool. Very cool. Guys, again, thank you all so much for joining us tonight, and please hit the like button if you enjoyed the show, or if you didn't, hit the dislike button. Helps me either way. I'm sorry. What is that allowed? Anyway, but hit the subscribe. We're actually on our way to 4K. We'd love to get the subscribers base up to 4K. I mean, someday we'd like to get 100K, but that's probably not gonna happen. But we'll get to 4K, hopefully.
Never say never.
That's right. Never say never.
Fucking
You're right.
go. Get it up
You're
to
right.
50 at least. Come on, let's go.
That would be awesome. That would definitely be. That would be awesome. I would love that. And I'll say this too. I know that we're going to be working on trying to get some things going, because it's now the new year, and I'm planning on it's all up to Microsoft as to what they do. But if things go well, Happy New Year. There you go. That we are going to we're going to try and head the show to the Summer Game Fest / Fan Fest, whatever they end up having. If they have a Fan Fest, please, Microsoft, please, because I can make it this year. I got the funds and everything.
Hell yeah.
Yep, that would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Well, guys, again, thank you all so much for joining us here on the Gamers Council.
game